There's a lot of news outlets that are reporting that Ben Simmons or Ben Simmons representatives and the front office of the Brooklyn Nets are discussing a contract buyout where Ben Simmons could possibly become a free agent and he can join any team that he wants to join. Now there's a list of teams that are interested in Ben Simmons' services. One of them are the Cleveland Cavaliers. The other one is the Los Angeles Lakers. I do feel like the Los Angeles Lakers are going to welcome Ben Simmons with open arms, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I've been paying attention to Ben Simmons even at his time on a collegiate level at LSU. And when he got drafted to the Philadelphia 76ers. And I remember the front office of the Philadelphia 76ers saying, trust the process. He was in that trust the process movement. Him, Joel Embiid, and there was another player that just kept getting injured. They ultimately traded him to the Orlando Magic. But those three guys was in that trust the process movement, okay? And the Philadelphia 76ers had some success with that tandem. Not a lot success, but it did have some success. And I remember what people were saying about Ben Simmons before he even got drafted to the Philadelphia 76ers. Everyone was talking about, people wasn't comparing him to LeBron James, but there were so many things he can do on the court that's similar to LeBron James. He was a jack of all trade, but master of none. He was a great scorer, a great passer, had control of the ball when he's dribbling. He was a solid defender. There was, at one point in time, they was making him into a point guard. He could play all positions, all right? And I remember people talking about the possibility of him and Joel Embiid dominating the NBA in winning titles. And, once he played for the Brooklyn Nets, they had success. I feel like the injuries and as well as the mental breakdowns that he had, probably because of the stress, particularly in a lot of areas, ultimately crippled this young man's career. And the road of recovery was not good with this young man. I mean, when they lost badly when he was a member of the Philadelphia 76ers, Doc Rivers and others, including Joel Embiid, was basically blaming the series on Ben Simmons. And when you're the focal point of failure, I've seen a lot of players overcome that. I remember when Kobe Bryant was throwing up air balls, and everyone in the office all the way to the players saying, wow, if he didn't shot up all those air balls, we could have won that game. And that motivated Kobe Bryant to become even a better basketball player. And there's stories like that. But a lot of people are glamorized to those stories, but they really don't know it can go either way. And Ben Simmons is that particular story. When you're having mental breakdowns and your mental breakdowns are contribute to a lot of people blaming everything on you, and who knows, outside of basketball, do you have issues outside of basketball? None of that stuff is reported, but and with the injuries, it was just a huge hill for him to upclimb with the Philadelphia 76ers. And you're basically trading him, not to put him in a better position, but you're basically trading him because you have given up on Ben Simmons. I too had high hopes for Ben Simmons when he was traded to Brooklyn, and I was thinking of the tandem of him, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. That was going to be a unique, very interesting tandem. I even went as far as them winning a title in Brooklyn. But due to the injuries, the mounting injuries, not only on Ben Simmons, but Kevin Durant, as well as Kyrie Irving, he missed a lot of games. You just couldn't get those three together. if you could have gotten those three together uh, in a large percentage of games, who knows how their careers would have ultimately changed. The possibility of them winning a title, the possibility of them becoming a dynasty, the possibilities are limited, is unlimited. Okay, so him being the only thing there from the previous regime, Kyrie Irving got traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Kevin Durant got traded to the Phoenix Suns, and seems like Kevin Durant is going to be traded again this offseason. And Ben Simmons is, trying to get it back, but I think he had a legal battle with the Philadelphia 76ers because it was holding some of his money back. It was just way too much stuff in Ben Simmons' life to overcome to have a healthy career in the NBA. I don't know how much of, particularly with his mental health and mental awareness, I think that's getting better, but he's an injury-prone player, and that's never going to change. Okay, you can modify it, you can limit your playing time, but you're not the same player like you once was in the beginning. And I think he should take a page from Anthony Davis. And I always say this about Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis would have been a special. He is a special talent, but he is injury prone. And it seems like Anthony Davis has managed that where he's not missing a lot of games. And that's probably because of he's eating the right stuff. He's working out a little bit more. He's taking workout a little bit more seriously. And maybe a change of scenery would help Ben Simmons. Now, let's talk. And to me, when it's all said and done, Ben Simmons is never going to achieve what he could have had earlier in his career. I think he's going to be a journeyman. I think him as well as Zion Williams are going to have a hard time getting those big time contracts. Forget about them getting the super max or the max. That is out the window for either of those players. Maybe Zion Williams, when he gets traded, can probably fool another team, but New Orleans, it's not going. They're going to figure out a way to get out from under Zion Williams. That's another time for another video. But Ben Simmons, those days are behind him. I think he's a journeyman. And the possibility of him making the league minimum is a strong possibility. Now, I said earlier, the two teams that are interested in Ben Simmons are the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Lakers. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers would kick the tires around. They're not going to give him a lot of money for him to join the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers have a solid team. They're not going to overspend for Ben Simmons. But on the other side of the fence, the Clippers will. And here's why I think the Clippers will. They need they need a name to sell tickets. Okay, they got James Harden, they got Kawhi Leonard, and if you look at, if you've been reading a lot of articles, I think Kawhi Leonard's time with the Clippers are going to be limited. I don't think he's going to have much of a future with the Los Angeles Clippers. It would not surprise me if Kawhi Leonard goes to another team. I think James Harden loves playing with the Los Angeles Clippers because he's running out of options. He's been burning his bridges at every destination and at every stop. There's not a lot of teams that want James Harden. All right? James Harden time as far as him dictating where he should go, those days are behind him. Teams have given up on James Harden. They know they can't have any long-term success with James Harden. He's not a team builder. He's a team destroyer. Now, is it fair to label him that? That's another discussion. But, perception is reality, and that's James Harden's perception. When you look at Ben Simmons, on the other hand, that front office would welcome Ben Simmons. They would probably be the ones that will pay Ben Simmons more money for him to join the Los Angeles Clippers. He would get some of his money back, not all of the money that he potentially lost from shoe deals and from contracts and things of that nature, but he would get a nice chunk of cash playing for the Los Angeles Clippers, okay, because they're in a desperate situation, all right? But those are the choices Ben Simmons are going to have. Hopefully there's more teams that have a market for Ben Simmons. I would love to see Ben Simmons with LeBron James. I think out of everyone in the league, I think LeBron James will get the very best out of Ben Simmons. He's going to make sure he stays in the gym, eat the right stuff, and help him on his mental awareness, his mental health. I think he came from a long journey with his time with the Brooklyn Nets. So if he is able to join LeBron James, that's going to add even more for his mental health. It's only going to enhance it more. I don't see the possibility of Ben Simmons going to La La Land. If there's in the offseason, if LeBron James happens to be traded by the Los Angeles Lakers, I don't see that in the horizon. I don't see that in the cards. But if LeBron James comes to the front office and say, "Yo, Jeannie, I want to go someplace else, and I want to take my son with him," there's an organization out there that will welcome LeBron James with open arms, like the Washington Wizards did for Michael Jordan. I think there's an organization out there that's not going anywhere, that would entertain and respect LeBron James' wishes, and Ben Simmons would, and I think LeBron James would welcome Ben Simmons with open arms. The possibility of LeBron James going to the Clippers, I think that's a special situation. Okay, Ben Simmons would hopefully already be there. All right, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. The expectations, he never achieved the expectations from us. I'm pretty sure he achieved a lot of expectations on an individual level. Ben Simmons, he had an opportunity to play professional basketball. A lot of us are not even given that opportunity. He was given that opportunity. I think his career was ruined by the mental health and being injury prone a lot and being put in the worst situations. Brooklyn, him going to Brooklyn, I saw a lot of upside. But if those two other guys, Kyrie and Kevin Durant, took it seriously and was a little bit more healthy, was able to play more games, who knows? All right. But he made the most in his time with Brooklyn. The Philadelphia 76ers, I think the Philadelphia 76ers have came to realize what a lot of us knew. All right. We knew early about Joel Embiid. Now they're getting irritated of Joel Embiid. Now they see what other coaches, what other players, including Ben Simmons, already knew about Joel Embiid. And, Joel Embiid has some decisions to make in the offseason. If he continues to be with the Philadelphia 76ers, there's going to be a lot of things he's going to have to change. That's another time for another video. But for Ben Simmons, I wish the best for Ben Simmons. And I hope this new place starts a new journey. And maybe we could see some of what we missed from Ben Simmons. Wish nothing but the best for him. I think he has a love for basketball. Folks, Ben Simmons can retire today and he'll be good. He made plenty of money from his shoe deals, from other business deals, as well as professional basketball. Joel Embiid is good in the hood, all right? He's not going to be working at Burger King. He's not going to quit the NBA, retire from the NBA, and play and work for Burger King. That's not going to happen, all right? So, yeah, he got an opportunity to play a game that he still has and continues to have love for. So, yeah, that's all I got for this video. I got one more video I gotta make. I'm telling you guys, y'all getting a ton of videos from me. I'm trying to upload them this week, and then I'm gonna upload some more videos next week. And once again, I do appreciate the people that listen to these videos from start to finish. Please hit the subscription button, the notification bell. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.